Everybody ready? Good. Moving on. My little pirates. Brook's adventures in Equestria. Set to red 3 main citizens. Supernatural Supreme. Octavia trudged down the Candlelight Street. The saddlebag on her left side sagged to the ground as straps stunk into her back. The moth-eaten spine of the tome poked the top of the bag and slashed back and forth when Octavia took too large of a lunge forward. A dull ache had formed at the back of her head, and by the time she had reached her house, her hoof fisted into the saddlebag on her right. She produced the keys after a moment. She lurched through the door and let her bag stud on the floor. A skeleton had its afro skull pressed up against the wall. Its tattered suit fluttered beside its 80's bones. Thanks to its twisted posture, the skeleton formed a perfect 45-degree angle with the ground. It would have been right at home in a haunted house when it turned its skull towards Octavia. "Oh, Miss Octavia," Brook hummed. "Welcome back." Without proper alignment, Brook's head slipped down the wall. Octavia winced when he crashed to the ground. His hips raised, twisting Brook into a macabre triangle. "If what you say about blanks on this island is true, then this would be a hypnotic position if I had a blank." Octavia shook her head but managed to smile. "Glad to see you feeling good. Did you find anything while I was out?" "Not even a scrap. But I quite enjoyed those daffodil sandwiches Miss Violet left." Brook stood up and shook off the dust from his crass. His attention turned to the tome sticking out of Octavia's bag. "Oh, but it seems you got something that might help." "Took a bit of digging through the Royal Library, but I think I found your best bet at getting home." Octavia bent down and lifted the bags back onto her back with a huff. "Let's take it over to the table and compare it with everything else you caught so far." Brook and Octavia left the entrance hall and made their way into the living room. The far side of the room held a faint glow from old sticks, lava lamps, and turntables of all shapes and sizes. The side Brook and Octavia entered from, lined with books, sheet music, and a set of plush chairs that enclosed a mahogany tea table. Said table was burnt with mats, weather logs, and algal charts. Brook made some space on the table, and Octavia placed the book down and opened it up. Equestria's northwestern coast stretched from page to page. Bold letters spelled out Vancouver over a large dot, while a reticular script labeled the other towns that marked the coast. A series of dashes extended out of the towns and into the sea, yet no line went more than a few leagues before arcing back towards the shore. This left the upper left corner of the map, and the scenes portrayed free for a sea serpent with an octopus-styled mustache to bob up and down over the stylistic waves. "It's a long shot, but I think Vancouver may be your best shot." Octavia pressed the hoof against the pieces. "Take a look, though." Brook peered over to the page. Sockets went up to the other materials gathered around the table every now and then. He held while he worked, and only stopped when he clenched the pen with his teeth, scribbled onto a notepad. After some time, he stopped humming completely and turned to Octavia. "My, this island is truly quite isolated," said Brook. "It'll take 1,000 leagues to get back, but at least I don't have to worry about dying of boredom, 'cause I'm already dead." "Are you sure?" "Oh, quite," Brook replied. "I may not have been a navigator while alive, but you'd be surprised at how many skills you pick up once you die."
"I'll take your word on it," Octavia sighed. "Lands past Equestria. No skeletons. On Friday I would have thought myself alone."
Brook set the book in his notepad. "Well, enough of this for today."
"Well, what about getting up to Vancouver, or getting a boat?"
Sweat formed on Octavia's brow.
"Even if you could scrounge up the bits, it'll take—"
Brook laid a skeleton hoof on Octavia's shoulder. "Miss Octavia, don't worry too much about it. You're right. I have no bits, or even a berry to my name. Well, I suppose I have my bounty, but I doubt that'd do any good. I guess I still do as pirates do and plunder my way up to the coasts."
"Sounds like something out of a ghost story,"
said Octavia. "I suppose it'd be quite a bone-chilling adventure." Brook pressed the skull a little closer to Octavia's face. "Now, while I may have no cash on me, it's time to pay you back at least."
A few ponies stopped beside Octavia's house and listened. It wasn't quite uncommon in this corner of Camelot to hear sweets, beats, jams, tunes, and every other variant of music you could find in Equestria. On a lucky day, a pony could experience the beginnings of a symphony from one house, an early preview of the next pop hit from another, and last notes of a winding guitar solo from a third. As of late, though,
Ponies listened starfully to Octavia's house in particular, taking in the lively duet while their imaginations danced and tried to perceive the scene within the house. The vision of such a young and talented mare as Octavia, finding an equal, set the Canterlot mare's hearts aflare and mouths a-flapping. The shrill shriek of a bow grinding against strings quieted both. "Darn it!" Octavia cursed. The bow fell out of her grip as she collapsed into the chair behind her. Estella leaned against her with strings splitting the ends of her mane. She pressed her head against her side and sighed. Brook unclasped the violin from his neck and set it down under the bow. "Oh dear, Miss Octavia, are you okay?" Octavia kicked her head down. "No, the tempo's all wrong. It's the same as all the others." "Well, don't fret. You've been able to handle the pickups quite well." "Everything after that becomes a mess, though." Octavia raised her head and glared at Brook. "It's not even like a pony is playing." Octavia then slumped back into her seat. The steady beam of metronome filled the room. "Well, I am from quite a distance away," Brook said after a moment. "I suppose Shanties never quite picked up here." "What am I going to do?" Octavia sniffled. Brook placed a hoof on her shoulder. "Miss Octavia, you are being far too harsh on yourself. Your compositions are grand and comes with a classical tranquility that rivals some of the finest symphonies from my home. My music is simple, but they are songs that help the long days at sea pass by." "They're so lively and warm." Octavia sighed. "My master was right. My music is lacking. So formal, so orderly." "And what is wrong with that?" Brook peered at Octavia, the empty space in his socket sending a chill down her spine. "Music holds the very soul of its composer. To go against it would be a betrayal of one's life. Music takes time and effort to change, just as it takes time for a pony to grow. Has your manager forgotten that?" Octavia glanced aside. "He doesn't care about that. All that matters is getting an audience." "Really?" Brook crooked his head to the side. Octavia felt his gaze over from her to the table with all the maps and books. "Oh!" "Then I may have a plan that will suit us both and hopefully give you the time to come up with new and even better music." Golden Record laid his hose down in the dark and summoned up a well-practiced smile. The door to his office creaked open, and Octavia stepped inside. Heavy bags rested on her eyes, and sweat dotted her clammy forehead. Record's smile whitened a bit. Negotiations went smoother when clients were on edge. From behind his glasses, he blinked when DJ Pone 3 stepped in after Octavia. She was locking her signature headphones and glasses. A still restrained and contagious grin, known for spreading amongst partygoers throughout Equestria. It seemed like the last line of defense between a chuckle trying to escape her mouth. The two mayors made their way over to his desk and took seats behind him. "Well, this is a surprise," Record mused. "No, no, what I want, though. I assume you're bringing Miss Scratch here as part of your new performance, eh, Octavia?" "Part of it," Octavia muttered. She took a deep breath and glared at Record. "I have a new tour planned, as well as along the coast of the Van Hoover." "Oh?" Record crooked his head to the side. "Well, it is the season. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. What exactly have you brought to the table?" Octavia produced a stack of sheet music and pushed it over to Record. He took it in and flipped it over while the clock ticked away. Behind his shades, his eyes widened, but he maintained a polished smile and the rest of his face still. When he reached the final page, he set the sheets down. "Standard, Octavia. This music is nothing like I've ever seen before, and I can tell you're accounted for Miss Scratch here to chime in too for a few melodies. As for the duets, I'm sure we can find some, pony." He placed his hose back in front of him. "Now, we'll still need a way to make this look fresh and new. I have a few ideas that might work." "That won't be necessary," Octavia smirked. "My partner will dictate this performance's appearance." Record mailed over Octavia's words. "Well, I know Miss Scratch can attract an audience with her looks, but I think we want something that's a bit—" Record trailed off. Fog was curling up around his legs, drifting into the room from the outer hall. There was a flash, and blinds were pulled shut, starring the room into darkness. Record lit up its horn and found that Octavia and Vinyl had finished for their seats. "Okay." Record chuckled, leaned back in his chair. "Maybe not the most unique intro, but I'll see where this goes." "Then prepare yourself," Octavia's voice echoed. "You forced a terrible choice on me, but now it's time we paid the price." "Well, that's entertainment for you," said Record. Silence greeted Record. Historian sank into his chair. A chill floated into the room and made him shiver. He moved to lift a coat from a nearby rack, but stopped when a blue flame appeared out of the darkness. It bobbed up and down, and a green one soon joined it. More and more flames until a dim glow was cast on the office, and the figure that he was stood in front of in the middle of it. Cloaked in a room as pitch as night, it woke on unnoticed in the prior darkness. The thick fog on the ground and shadows cast by flames kept the pony beneath hidden. Record glanced left to right and then back at it. So, this is like some phantom gig? He asked. Go to the record, the figure moaned, sending some goosebumps up Record's legs. You have offended the realm of music with your greed. It's showtime! The figure threw back his hood. A scream rose up from Record's chest as the empty eye sockets, an eternal grin of an aged skeleton consumed his vision. A decayed hoof slammed down on his throat, and Crescent screamed. Get away! Record yelled, Security! Security!
Not enjoying the show,
Octavia hissed into Record's ear. Stop this, Octavia! Record screeched, while feeling the skeleton's hot, rotten breath on his face. I don't know what magic you coast vital into, but stop it! The skeleton cackled. I'm afraid I'm more than anything a unicorn can manage. I come to those in need of my services, for a price.
And I've already paid my end,
Octavia whispered. Record could feel her pressing up close to him.
Now it's your turn.
Sweat flooded Record's face, forcing his face to slip. What? The tour. I must have this tour. The skeleton wailed. More crowds. More screens. I must have them. Yes, yes. Whatever you want. Record yelped. The skeleton bent close. And one last thing. What? Record asked, his breath screaming out into a cool mist. You'll soon! The Record's eyes rolled back into his head, and he crashed into his desk. Record shot up when he felt something nutty inside. He swung his head around. He was in an office with Octavia and Vinyl at his side. With a great sigh, he sunk into his chair, cold sweat leaving a damp imprint on it. I bet that wasn't the only thing that was leaving a damp imprint.
Sir, Octavia asked, are you all right? You passed out all of a sudden. We're about to get the medics.
Must be overwork, Record huffed. He gave his head a shake and pushed the shades back. We were discussing your performance, right?
Sir, I'm not certain now's the best time, Octavia said. I mean, I'm thrilled that you like the music, but as for the pits, my new partner is a bit unorthodox.
Record stiffened. Partner?
Yes, Octavia bowed her head. I'm afraid I'm not yet capable of giving a truly revolutionary performance of my own, even with Vinyl's help. That's why I was so glad to give an incredibly skilled musician to help me children along the way. I know it's not exactly what you're looking for, but I hope you'll agree.
Record tucked his chin. Well, I think I need to think about it, get a little rest. But I'm happy to see you take an initiative on this, Octavia. I do want to meet with this partner of yours as well. Why don't you run by my secretary and we'll arrange something?
Of course, said Octavia.
The door then creaked open. Record's pupils shrunk when the skeleton thrust his skull into the office. Oh, that's wonderful news, Brook exclaimed. Then we have a deal. Golden's Record's scream rang throughout Canterlot.
This is gonna rock, Rainbow Dash exclaimed. I know, Twice said with a wide smile. It's so rare for a classical musician to have a tour outside Canterlot, and the reviews have been amazing. And the theatrics are quite splendid, Verity added. She glanced down at the playbill resting on her lap. Stars swirled beneath the tile and masked half of Octavia's face. Behind her, a stylized skull rose up and loomed over her. At least, so I've heard. I don't care what they play, said Dash. Anything is awesome if you add living skeletons to it. Twilight gave her head a playful shake. Well, if it gets more ponies to enjoy classical music, I'm all for it. Although, I am a bit curious as to how they get one musician to look so realistic. No pony has been able to find the slightest hint of a spell or stage props. Don't sweat it, Twa, Applejack said. Maybe you'll get a chance to get his autograph after the show. The lights flashed 3 times and then went dark. Ooh! Piggy squealed. It's dying! Yay! Flashlight murmured. A single spotlight illuminated the center of the stage. Octavia stood beside her cello, her eyes closed. Her bow saw across the strings and notes echoed throughout the building. More and more notes sprung from the cello as the tempo sped into a blinding pace. Every pony in the audience leaned forward in their seats, watching Octavia whip her leg around and bow in a blur.
Then, the music came to a sudden halt right at its peak. The audience erupted in cheers. Octavia moved her head closer to the mic. Thank you all, everybody. It's wonderful to be here at Ponyville. She paused and allowed the tears to swell and then wane. She waited, fog falling into the stage from the sides, and the lone spotlight gave way to a starry backdrop. Welcome to the Neo Colossus Tour, said Octavia. It's a great honor to bring you the best of Equestria classical music, as well as new spins on the greats. We hope to show you a side of classical music you've never seen before. A sharp note resounded a violin. All eyes went up to a silhouetted figure raised the platform. Gather up all the crew. It's time to shoot out Vix's brew. A haunting yet pleasing tune raised from the platform. The crowd felt goosebumps on their skin as they let out another round of cheers. And it wouldn't be possible without the graceful and skin dead! Octavia exclaimed. A different spotlight came to life, feeling the skeleton pierce the top of the platform. Violet still pressed it against his neck. She looked at the excited crowd. Yo! Good evening, everybody! When? Octavia raised her bow. Shall we? Okay, Vic, you teased me. You have teased it again and again. So, you know what? Let's do it. Yo-ho-ho, 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 yo-ho-ho. Going to deliver banks of sake, following the sea breeze, riding on the waves. Far across the salty depths, the merry evening sun, birds sing along as they draw circles in the sky. Farewell to the harbor, to my old hometown. Let's sing out with a dawn as the ship sets sail. Waves of gold and silver dissolve to send to salty spray as we set sail to the ends of the sea. Going to deliver banks of sake, yo. We are the pirates setting sail through the sea. Waves are billows of barrows. Flying proud skull on our flags and sails. Now comes the sword through the bar of sky. Now the waves are dancing beat upon the drums. If you lose your nerve, this breath could be your last. But if you just hold on, the morning sun will rise. Yo-ho-ho, 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 yo-ho-ho. Going to deliver a baked sake ale. Today and tomorrow dreams through the night. Waving goodbyes, we'll never meet again. But don't look so down, for tomorrow soon the moon will rise. Going to deliver baked sake ale. Let's all sing it with the dawn, a song of the waves. Doesn't matter who you are, someday you'll be just the bones, never ending, ever wandering, a funny traveling tale. Yo-ho-ho-ho, 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 yo-ho-ho-ho. So awesome! Des murmured, her eyes glazed over and a wide grin plastered on her face. I know, right? Pinky leaned on Des's shoulder, glow sticks shivering from her hose and neck. You ever the after party with DJ Poetry? Verity rubbed one of her eyes. I believe I had my fill for tonight. A man must have a beauty sleep after all. I know the other half, some of us have a busy day in the fields tomorrow, said Applejack. I know how my handles get if I'm gone too long, Fudgeside murmured. No problemo! Pinky raised the hoof of her head, then draped over Des's back. Jessie and I will make sure to party hard enough for all 6 of us. Twilight took a step closer to Pinky. I think I can help out a little, too. Pinky's grin whined. Oh, right, Twilight! It's been way too long since you hit the dance floor. Des gave her head a shake to clear it. A mischievous grin came to her face. Okay, this night just got a whole lot more interesting. You do know DJ Pole 3's gigs are a bit energetic, right? Twilight watched Pony soaring on mass out of the concert, over to the nearby club. Like an all-colored shot, swirled and danced around the club, while the bass from the mixed table reverberated out into the streets. I think I can handle a little music. Twilight's entire body throbbed with each beat from the loudspeakers. It felt like her brain was trying to escape out of her ears, or at least fill them up and block out the words of the bombastic tune that never seemed to end. Every now and then, DC Pone 3 would speak into her mic, but her voice was lost in a constant electronic cacophony in a static crowd. Pinky would periodically look back at Twilight and mouth inaudible words to which Twilight would constantly bend her ear. But Pinky would just giggle and then go back to dancing. Dad hovered above the fray, alongside both Pinky's eye out of reach and hearing range. The way the skeleton skipped through the air, barely avoiding stomping on some pony's face, was the chariot of pandemonium. Twilight's drinks from the concert eventually hit her. One aside, she managed to wiggle a huff over to Pinky. When Pinky turned to her, Twilight yapped another huff at the neon lavatory sign plastered on one side of the club. Pinky heard something and gave her a nod. Twilight took a deep breath and began to trek through the sea of the partygoers. After a lot of hustling and bustling, followed by a waiting and a sizable line, Twilight emerged from the bathroom. Music still shook her entire building, but in the little hallway, Twilight could at least hear her own thoughts. She scooted out of the way of other ponies and leaned against the wall near an emergency exit. While she caught her breath, she stared up and down the hallway, digging in two bathrooms before selling her sights on the third floor in front of her with a silver plating, staff only on it. Shiva's grin cut across Twilight's face. This little peek might give me a clue on how he does it, she murmured to herself. She edged towards the door and lit up her horn. A strong charm pushed her magic away from the lock. Her brow furrowed, and the glow around her horn grew stronger. There was a hiss and a pop that made Twilight flinch, but the music and crowds matched her in the newly opened door. She took a breath and slipped inside. The green room was like stepping into another world. Thickly padded walls and the blaring tunes and innocent mumbles, and the plush furniture and carpeting stood in contrast to the aged walls and rough floor outside. Twilight took a few steps, admiring the room, and then froze. The skeleton was strewn over a sofa, soup sinking in between its ribs and draped over its lower spine. A large bubble dangled out of its nasal cavity and waxed and waned. Twilight tilted her head and squinted her eyes at it. Now how to find out they do it? Twilight's horn lit up again. Looks like he's asleep, but why would anybody need to keep up a spell while resting? Maybe it really is an elaborate prop. Twilight stiffened her skin crawled. The small spell she had sent out was responding to the skeleton. Stomach acid gurgled, lungs swelled and sank, the heart pumped out blood. All signs of a healthy pony, except for the cold that gripped all these bodily functions and now clouds onto Twilight too. The skeleton, this thing should be dead, but some force kept the perversion of life clinging to its bones. A scream welled up in Twilight's throat when the thing's eyes opened. Blink, 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 blink. Well, they would if I had any eyes. Even though the physical ones had long rotted away. It blinked and turned to Twilight. A dedicated fawn! Brook exclaimed. He looked up for applause calls to Twilight. The faint scent of decay hung over him. I suppose you want an autograph. Twilight's eyes rolled in the back of her head as she crashed to the ground. Brook, ITVF Final, all stared out to the sea. The waves lipped at the cleft face far below them, while the wind shot out upwards and rustled their manes. The sinking sun outlined the far-off buildings of the Van Hoover in shadow. This has definitely been the best tour I've done, said Final. She grinned at Brook. Gonna have a hard time coming up with something to top this. ITVF glanced to the ground. Yeah. Oh, ladies, you're both talented in mass. I'm sure your music will only continue to improve and enhance audience across this land. Brook leaned a little closer. Especially you, Miss Octavia. I dare say if he hadn't run into me first, my captain would have tried his hardest to get you on my crew. Octavia blushed a little. I think that's saying a bit much, Brook. There's still so much I have to learn, so many... A slight tremor cut her off. A shout flashed from the corner of her eye. The trio grew tense. Girl hisses growing from all sides. Brook bent his skull towards the cane dangling from his coat. Stay close, ladies. It seems that we have some uninvited... A sharp cry sounded in the night. Brook's legs gave out. He crawled to the Octavia and Final. Massive paws seemed to come out of nowhere, came down on Octavia and Final's heads. We see it!
Simple tricks that even we could do. Bone Pony moved and sang. Don't try to play with us. Give us some proof when it wakes up. Octavia opened her eyes. She seized up, feeling something pressed against her mouth. When her eyes she was able to take a breath through her nose. Her forelegs were pressed close to her side, while her hind legs were locked against each other. A glance down revealed rope binding her, and a strained claw holding her muzzle. She glanced to the left and spotted Vinyl also a few feet away, bound and gagged. The glaring eyes, compared with the dim light, gave them a malevolent ruby hue. Her expression softened when she turned to Octavia. A large Simon dog pawed in between the two and snorted at Octavia. She tried to gag, but the claw prevented her. It held up Brook, also bound and gagged, and riled him in front of her before it reached out with its free paw and pulled the claw away from Octavia's mouth. Horn Pony not want to talk. Tell us how Bone Pony move. Fire want now. Octavia appeared to the right. Three diamond dogs stared with frowns across their faces. Their arms were crossed over their chests, but they stopped down to the floor with second head of elbows. A tiny crack drew Octavia to the back of the hulking dog in front of her. Another crack brought her attention down to Brook's right hind leg. Protruded to the side, just so enough for her nose pointing to the left. Octavia looked to spot Vinyl's glasses and earphones resting against the wall, alongside piles of gems. Brook's cane rested alongside them, as well as Octavia's cello, spare instruments Brook employed. I knew this was a bad idea, one of the odd-limbed dogs muttered. Ponies are lower enough of a risk. Wait, Lawrence Dog said. He turned to startle Octavia. Pony will tell us how Bone Pony works, now. The cane, Octavia said. Also put the cane in its hooves. A grin spread across the dog's face, showing off his misaligned fangs. Good pony. The dog dropped Brook to the ground and bounded over to the treasure trove. Clasped the cane and darted back over to Octavia. Bent down, untied Brook, and shoved the cane into one of its hooves. It was quiet as everyone peered down for him. Bone Pony still not move, the dog snarled. That's it! We are leaving! One of the odd-limbed dogs huffed. The trio turned around and came face to face with Brook. They all shrieked and jumped back. Brook raised up his sword with the cane in it, looped around his hoof and leveled it at them. I'm afraid I can't allow that. Brook advanced closer while the dogs backed up. My friends and I have a concert to perform tonight, and now you've made us late. Darn Bone Pony! Snapped the dog beside Octavia. You trick us! It growled and leapt off the ground. In mid-air, a force slammed into its gut and sent it flying back, glancing at the treasure trove in a shower of gems. Brook stared at the unmoving dog for a moment before turning his glare back on the trio. All three's coats were now thick with sweat. Now, what to do with you? Brook mused. Please, one of them pleaded. We're just doing business. Spare us! Brook turned his head up. The trio let out a collective sigh when he slid the blade back into its cane, but tested again when Brook extended his hose and pulled it close. If you promise never to come back here, you're free to go. But if you break that promise... Brook let out a long breath so the scent of the decay washed over the dogs. I will haunt you for all eternity. All three dogs yelped and then scurried out of the room as fast as they could. The tunnels that led out of the room echoed with the sounds of them tumbling over each other. Brook sighed and made his way over to Octavia and Vinyl. He first went over to Vinyl and pulled off her gag before getting to work on the ropes. Oh, what a shame that our final show will be cut short, he fretted. Who cares about that? Vinyl exclaimed. What were you going to tell us you were also so kind of master swords pony? Brook tilted his head to the side to himself. I suppose the topic wouldn't come up normally. Suffice to say, my music isn't my so talent. A rock cracked against Brook's skull and he fell to the ground. One of the odd-limbed dogs stared down at Brook, and then at Octavia and Vinyl. His cohorts crackled. As if we believe such superstitious crap, the dog snickered. Thanks, we're taking care of the dumb mutt for us. Now, we'll take the gems and get ourselves 3 new attractions. Before either Octavia or Vinyl could say anything, the dogs gagged him again and held him over their shoulders. They could only watch as they bound Brook as well and carried off into the tunnels. The cave's darkness briefly gave way to small torch-lit alcoves, branches every now and then. But most of the journey was in shadow, yet the dogs piled on for what seemed like hours, until eventually sleep took hold of Octavia. When she next awoke, Octavia found herself still bound, but the gag had been removed. One of the planks beneath her quacked and rumbled, making her stomach roil. The hair had a clammy texture to it, and made her nose bristle with how salty it was. She felt something pressed against her side, and found Vinyl sleeped against her. When the floor beneath her bobbled, she spotted waves cresting over the rim of wherever she had awoken. I saw away from the sea, to the skeleton strapped on the other side of the boat. It soon resembled the one she had picked up for Brook and Canterlot, but now it shifted to match the skeleton's ape-like build. Brook caught the sight of his afro on top of his skull. Brook! She gasped. Oh, Miss Octavia, you're awake. Brook lowered his skull. Forgive me, but it seems that we have been spirited away. But you! Well! Octavia turned her head to the sky and groaned. What's going on? Noisily, little thing, ain't ya? Octavia froze. A creature like a hairless monkey rounded the corner and made its way over to Octavia. Raised up, its triple-jointed arm scratched its head. The only place aside from his pouty mustache that appeared to have hair. His grin made Octavia's skin crawl. You're going to make us quite celebrities, it mused. Why aren't you doing anything? The mustachio long-armed growled. From behind a ratty curtain, he glared at the cage. Octavia and Final beside each other, trading glances while Brook sat with the morning's paper clasped in his hand. Beyond them, the crowd was grumbling a few feet away. Long and short of it, Brook finds the newspaper that tells him to wait 2 years. What? This was getting good until they decided to do once again repeat the end of the arc. Swimming. An unprecedented crowd swarmed around the Saboti concert hall. 2 years later. Even the views of the Paramount War were dwarfed by the sheer scale of people clamoring to get inside the already packed hall. Posters of all sizes plastered the hall's outer walls. Massive versions of it hung above the entrances to keep the guards at bay. Glistening skull bedecked in an afro, crown, and heart-shaped shades dominated the left side of the poster and spun outwards towards the heavens. On the right side stood a gray-skinned woman that glowed with radiant aura while she caused various instruments, one also a set of hands. Finally, in the background towered some sort of mechanical giant with a woman that had skin, spiced snow, and horse-like ears poking out above her crimson glasses, piloting it. Wings radiated off the machine, giving the poster a prismatic color scheme. Bold letters lined the top and bottom of the poster. Final Live! The Supernatural Supreme! Tickets are sold out! The guardsman proclaimed once more. A stern expressive sauntered when one of the younger attendees cleared up. Hey, no need to cry. Soul King may be retiring, but the others will still be on tour. But it won't be the same! The attendee bawled. Brook leaned back his chair and strained his guitar. Final was in the corner, bathing herself in a losing spell. So he turned to Octavia. Octavia let go of the arms she was reaching behind her back, and let it rest beside the other two, on the side of her body. 3 more arms rested on her left side. Like Final, once her spell was complete, pulling air still stuck out of her head, and a tail brushed against her silken dress. Let's make this the greatest concert ever! Brook exclaimed. Right, said Octavia. Final smiled while hands and feet were replaced. Her hose, in a human disguise, raced up her body. In a flash, the spell finished off, leaving a relatively human Final resting on a green room sofa. She snatched up her glasses and headphones and stood up. Let's do this! The 3 of them took their positions behind the lowered curtain. Already, the crowd's cheers were deafening. While Final disappeared down the set stairs, Brook and Octavia made their way to the middle of the stage. Octavia was about to continue onto the raised platform on the left, but Brook glanced onto her shoulder. Octavia, are you sure about this? I may get a little forceful, but I'm sure I can get information out of the manager. Octavia smiled and shook her head. I really can't believe it's already been 2 years. They've been really fun, but you're right. I would like to go home. I also want to prove that the Supernatural Supreme will still have soul even without you. Oh! That's the spirit. Brook gave a test storm of his guitar and sent the crowd beyond the curtain to a frenzy. Octavia led over to her station and began tapping onto the drums to get a beat going. At the same time, she picked up a violin and bow with 2 more of her hands. As the curtain rose, the fog spilled over the stage, and Viola emerged from below, with her mixed beats that aglow with magic. A smooth electronic beat joined Brook and Octavia's playing, fusing into an ethereal number that drew all who heard into ecstatic revelry. We've worked ourselves down to the bone for this day, Brook proclaimed to the roaring crowd. Let's make this the best anniversary ever! Encore! Encore!
Around a gunfire turned their cheers into screams. Everyone's running around where the exits where platoons of Marines had appeared to block them off.
Stop right there!
The captain of the platoon boomed.
This concert is hereby cancelled.
What? Brook stood frozen on the stage while Cole said, clamped by TV and Viles grinned.
Replacement captain of Rumbar Pirates, also known as Humming Swordsman Brook.
The captain bellowed and waved around a wanted poster of a somewhat familiar man in shades with massive afro.
You are suspected of being a pirate with a bounty of 33 million berries.
On top of that, we have information.
You're one of the Straw Hats. Soul King Brook. That is, Brook the pirate, you're under arrest.
A TV abandoned her station and drew closer to Brook. This isn't good. You're right about that. Brook and TV turned around with their manager, and his cohorts were advancing the stage. All of them had their guns, but only the manager kept his pistol trained on Brook. TV scowled. I should have known. You put my old boss to shame.
Quiet, dang pack mule.
A mule? You're so ugly. Are you calling me ugly? Sing. No one does that to me. Glared at Brook.
I knew something was up when you made this our final stop. So by final, you mean you destitute freeloaders and go solo.
Quite the contrary, manager, said Brook. Octavia and Vinyl are both skilled musicians that have brought a new wave to music to the masses, and I've been proud to stand by their side. Here's you think differently, though.
Damn straight,
The manager pulled back his pistol's hammer.
Popularity is still rising. Without you, this act is meaningless. We'll get more selling out these broodmares at a slave auction. You betrayed this, Brook. So let's finish this too.
A blast of white-heat energy swirled with blue aura and girls and manager and his cohorts. It tore across the concert hall. Everyone hit the floor and cowered for a moment. Before looking up, it seemed that a large hole had been punched clear into the opposite end of the hall. Now, a sign the manager and his cohorts were left on stage. Fell bent over a mix station and blew some smoke on the massive cannon that emerged from it. Really is the same. Seniors, pay more attention. Maybe he knows the modifications. Oh well, certainly he's enjoyed that at least. Am I right? Waving cheers and applause responded to her. Another round of gunfire silenced them.
Final DJ Pone 3 scratch! Captain barked. Your actions now constitute aiding and abetting a no criminal, assuming a discharge of a deadly weapon. You're under arrest as well.
Octavia stepped forward, glaring at the Marines. You'll be taking me along in this well. You have stood by Brook for 2 long years, so we won't abandon him now. Brook reached down and laid a hand on top of Octavia's shoulder. I appreciate the sentiment, but jail's no place for such a talented musician, especially when a grand journey has just begun for you. Now, if you would, could you and Octavia prepare yourselves? It's time for the grand finale of our wonderful little band. Of course. Octavia smiled at Brook and wiped away some tears. She then vaulted back over to her station and picked up with an intro beat. Brook brought his skull close to the mic. It's been a long 2 years, and this island holds memories of our defeat. It's an island of regret, but also of new beginnings. I'm sure it pains all of you. But this is one of the supernatural supreme plot ways. But fret not, dear fans! My duty is now to provide greater excitement to my crews and fencers. But I have no doubt Miss Octavia and Miss Scratch will continue to bring joy across the seas. Brook paused to let the tears quiet down, and allowed the audience to get back to the fans of the Marines. As for Straw Hat Zufi, dead? Ridiculous! Brook let out a piercing riff that sounded from his guitar. Straw Hat Luffy is alive. He'll be king of all the oceans! A quiet, calm deposit doesn't fit him at all! Oh, baby! Octavia picked up the tempo. The beats pumping out final setup grew in volume. Brook reeled back with his hand and sped over the guitar at lightning speed. List my last soul! Brook proclaimed at the top of his voice. They'll always be with the supernatural supreme in spirit! You fool! This concert is cat! Someone saw the fat cat right in his jaws, music swell. Brook summoned up all the force of his bones and swung with all his might. To the next world! Final Octavia watched the large flying fish carrying Brook spin off to the groves and eventually vanished behind one of the massive trees. They then turned back towards the chaos that erupted in the hall. Fans clashed against the Marines, but the layers trained and their growing numbers were pushing the fans back. Looks like we'll be making quite the exit, sighed Octavia. Final pressed a few buttons on her set and smiled. Just imagine the press coverage we'll be getting for this, though. Pretty good start to us going solo, eh? Well, we'll have quite the groupies with the Marines on our hands, Octavia commented. From beneath her stasis, he picked up a staff, a sword, and a shield with the arms on her left side. Her skin shifted from gray to dusty red. Fangs clawed down from the top and bottom sets of her teeth. She grew a bit taller and muscular. One of her right hands smoked with fire, while the other glistened with ice crystals, and a third buzzed with electricity. I still can't believe the master never caught you sleeping that fruit, Violet chuckled. Well, I have a certain DJ friend to thank for that. Fatima turned to face the crowd of Marines. Got a whole lot of clothes to get through to get to that ship. Oh, reminds me. And Violet pulled the lever and a sailor craned forward. Thank you all once again for coming. We'll probably be on the road for a bit. Don't worry, because the Supernatural Supreme Mark II will be making its grand world tour soon. Thank you, and good night! Bursts of fireworks shot out with massive speakers, while the rest of the files machine freed itself from the stage. Massive turrets extended down like speakers, and playing colorful chords extended where Violet commented everything, and looked around the stick pillar-like legs and poured a mechanical behemoth. Alright! Violet secured her headphones to her ears. Let's do this! It is said that the only thing that Master Supernatural Supreme sales charts after that day was their bounties. Dude, let me handle the narration. Okay. Oh, but you forget. A lot of the fans do like my voice. Hi. Right.